America is a really diverse place, rich in culture, and I hope it stays the same forever.
Live your life to the fullest and not having to worry about day-to-day problems that just keep on going on.
I don't have an American dream, but I do have a dream for America. It's just for equality and everybody to be in peace and everybody to treat others as they want to be treated.
My American dream is to become an NYPD and do well in future and make my parents proud.
My dream is already here. We own hotels, we own restaurants, what else you need? I'm good, thank you God.
I do have a dream, and that's the reason I left my family in India to get some good money so they can have a good life in India. I want my family to be here. I will live with them. Maybe God fulfill my dream or not, that I don't know, but I'm trying my best.
Free, liberal society with everybody respects everybody and has a life together, right? Has a society together. That's what American dream for me.
Everybody live happily and culturally rich at the same time, exploring their dreams and getting them.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo, doop-de-doop-de-doo. Man, why is it so quiet around here? It's like there's no one in the office. This is very, very strange. I don't like it when there's no one around. I'm a real people groundhog, you know what I mean? Man, it's really, really quiet around here and it's just getting darker. Oh my God, what in the name of... Oh, there's two of them! Oh my God, it's groundhog mummy zombies! Oh my God, what is happening around here? I need Brad! Where is Brad? Oh my God, there's more! They're multiplying! What is happening? God, what in the name of everything that's holy are these? They're getting away. This is so scary. Oh! Oh! Somebody help me! They're everywhere! Oh! Help! Oh my God, this is it! This is how Groundhog Sam goes out! Goodbye, Brad Show Live! Goodbye, Brad Squad! Goodbye, Brad! It was really awesome! Oh my God! They're gonna eat me! It's so scary!
Sam, what's going on here? What's all that noise about?
Alan, there's groundhog mummy zombies everywhere. They're trying to eat me and it's terrible. Thank God you came. Thank God. Look, they're everywhere.
There's nothing here.
There
it's
is,
your imagination,
look. They've
Sam.
been everywhere.
No, I haven't seen nothing. There's nothing here. It's just your
sure?
imagination. You'll be fine, Sam. Oh, man. It's just you. Were you sleeping?
Maybe it was just a dream. Maybe I had a nightmare.
It seems like there's nothing here. I'm walking. I see nothing around.
Oh.
You'll be fine, Sam.
Oh, Alan, thank goodness you came and woke me up. It was terrible. I was so worried. I thought it was the end for me.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be around for a very, very long time to come.
Oh, okay. Whew. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, I'm going to go back now. You'll be fine, all right?
Thank you, Alan. You're the best.
Okay.
You're my hero.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Oh, thank goodness. Woo, thank goodness Alan made me understand it was just a dream, just a bad, bad dream. Whew, I feel so much better. I was pretty scared there. Anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Bradshaw Live? Well, in case you did, we had Femi Oyediran on. He's one of the top sommeliers in South Carolina, and he's also Nigerian American. He joined Brad and talked about his immigration story and his incredible career, and then they paired wine with Halloween candy. It looked like so much fun, and I can't wait to try some later. Groundhog Sam loves wine and candy. What's on today's show? Well, you'll just have to watch and see. Happy Halloween, Brad Squad! I'm gonna go find Brad now. Tell him all about this crazy nightmare I had. Just a nightmare, just a dream.
immigrants. No, he won't. Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome to Brad Show Live and Belgium. Oh my God, we got a dancing dinosaur as well. This is so random, dancing dinosaur. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh my God. Oh, we got that dinosaur back here.
Dinosaur is getting.
Real smooth with it too.
Dinosaur's been twerking up a storm.
Yeah, the dinosaur knows how to twerk. The dinosaur knows how to twerk.
Oh!
Did you just hit the dinosaur on the ass?
That's right.
You just. This is hump day, so you can hit the dinosaur on the ass.
This is a dirty little dinosaur.
All right, yeah. You're a naughty little dinosaur. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh man. It's
Oh,
hot.
what is wrong with us? We just wanted to answer immigration questions. That's all we wanted to do. And 1 year later, it turns into this. Happy Halloween, Brad Squad. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you go out and stay safe. Enjoy your parties that you're going to, or enjoy staying at home, enjoying Halloween, and giving out candy if your doorbell rings. And Belgium Kim.
Hi.
Belgium Kim is Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego. Nobody knows who Carmen Sandiego is.
I do.
I didn't know who Carmen Sandiego was.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah.
Ah,
watching
that's
it.
beyond my time because I never watched
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego.
I watched it.
She was a super villain. She was a super spy villain.
Dinosaur, did you know who Carmen Sandiego is?
Yep.
Yes? Yes? The dinosaur knows who Carmen Sandiego is.
That's a good one.
Right. Dinosaur can't stop moving.
Right.
Dinosaur knows how to dance.
Yeah, dinosaur knows how
Yeah,
to
let's
party.
see the dinosaur twerk.
Yeah.
Everybody loves twerking dinosaur.
Look at
Oh my God. What's going on here? And Yo-Yo Elias dressed up as Purple Rain.
Purple rain, purple rain.
He looks like he's dressed up as Prince, but I thought originally you were the
Look at me.
There's Prince. There's Prince.
Pretty much the same.
There is Prince, but I thought you were dressed up as the keyboardist from the Adam Sandler movie from 1980, whatever, The Wedding Singer. Do we have a picture of the keyboardist? Let's see. Is he more? We don't have. Well, we don't
no,
have
I feel
it.
like I look more like Dave Chappelle version of Prince, though.
Dave Chappelle version of Prince.
Yeah, yeah. Do y'all
we have a Dave
picture of that?
Chappelle version of Prince.
We have just Dave Chappelle.
No, we do not.
Oh, y'all don't.
No, we do not. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. Okay, dinosaur. Dinosaur. We're trying to do a show here. What are you? This is not a dance off. Dinosaur can't stop dancing.
I love it. I love this.
Oh my God!
I think the dinosaur
As
needs to be
Cece
here every
Mitchell
day.
goes, wow, and twerking dino.
Yep.
Right? Nobody does the twerking dino better than Brad Show Live.
Only here, folks.
Only here.
Only
It
here.
only happens here.
This dino is real.
Yo.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's so hard.
So happy Halloween, Belgium, Kim, Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego.
Where is the party that you're going to tonight? What do you
This
get?
is the party I'm going to.
This is the party?
This is the party.
All right, Yo-Yo Elias, where's the party you're going to as
I'm
Prince?
going to be hosting a party up in Harlem. I'm just a special guest host for a Halloween party in Harlem.
Special guest. And Dinosaur, where will you be going to celebrate?
Right here. Dinosaur's already celebrating.
Already celebrating. I love it.
Oh my God!
You're
This is
amazing,
too-
Dinosaur.
This is too
I want
funny.
Dinosaur here every day.
Very random, very random. That's what Brad Show Live is. And we do have to wish happy Halloween to all the Brad Squad, right?
Yes.
So let's see what they have to say. Lisa Bling Rose says hello. Malia Lobin Martin saying hello. Tamika Nelson, Jella Shauna, Barbara Lord, Carol Anderson the Tiger. Happy Halloween to all. Deanna Love says hi and good evening, everyone, including Brad and crew. Maduk saying hello. And who else we got here? CC Mitchell, can't wait to see everyone's costume. Well, here we are.
Right.
All right, I am Dwayne The Rock Johnson from the neck down. And I'm Brad Bernstein, bald from the neck up. Now look, let's bring this sign in.
Yeah.
Okay, I got this sign. What does this look like to everybody? There we go!
How you dressed as yourself?
Good. I'm dressed as myself.
You dressed as yourself as Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Let's do that one more time. Ready? And call with your immigration question.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Amazing decor
Yeah.
as well. The decor is like
Yo,
amazing. I
shout
love it.
out to this decor. I also want to shout out to Mika, who was like, why does the dinosaur keep humping Yo-Yo?
I think Dinosaur has a little crush on me.
Dinosaur's got a crush on it.
Dinosaur loves. Dinosaur loves a little yo-yo there, right?
I think it's the chest hair, guys.
It's the chest hair.
Oh, look at the chest. Look at that
Oh my God. Meanwhile, Barbara Lord coming in with the first comment I see of the costumes. WTF is Brad wearing?
That's a good question.
Marsha Whitaker saying, wow, Ali Boo Harris just laughing. Velma Gale, oh my gosh, Jonathan looks like Lionel Richie. He does. Six Lionel Richie for us.
Any male singer in the 80s, that's who I look like.
That's true.
And Patrona Collins saying, this show is on fire. And we can't, the dinosaur can't stop dancing.
Can't
Stop having a dancing dinosaur.
Can we have a dinosaur every day?
Oh
Is that
my
weird?
God. Tamika Nelson just laughing hysterical. And Tanisha McNabb says, Jonathan, wow. Jonathan Elias, wow, you look so handsome more today. Oh my God. Tanisha McNabb loves Jonathan as Prince.
Can you blame her?
So maybe I should just come like this every day.
And Patrona Collins goes, yo, who messed with you?
Right. They did this while I was sleeping, actually.
Willie Williams is calling the rock on me. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get sued or punched. I'm not sure.
You definitely don't want to get punched by that guy.
Chris Lowe, just coming in straight with immigration questions.
Nice.
Okay,
we're going to get down to business.
We're going to get to, Chris Lowe is like, we're getting down to business.
Do you see how serious we are?
And CeCe Mitchell also loves Carmen. Denisha Castillo loves me more now than ever.
Right.
Oh, boy. And Angela Barrett says, hi, everyone. Happy Halloween. Oh, my God. Look at you guys. And CeCe Mitchell loves the twerking Dino.
Oh.
Let's see twerking Dino one more time with CeCe Mitchell. You got to go a little higher, Dino. There you go. Twerk.
Hey, got a jiggle in there.
Jeff Bosey came in. He's got to leave and do his thing, but thanks for joining us. And Lisa Bling Rose says, this is the show of the month. Welcome November. Kate Taylor, LOL, DWL, just love Brad, love the team. And Barbara Lord wants you to cover up your chest hair. Now that is eyeliner, is that correct? Is that?
Yes.
I was in the social media room and I saw Yo-Yo took some eyeliner and he's like painting. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
By the way, Jella B said that you need to rock this hairstyle more often, Brad.
Really? Should I just shave my head?
Maybe you just go all the way
Maybe I go all bald, huh?
Maybe you go bald.
Maybe you found your new look.
Right? I gotta hit the gym. Imagine my chest looks like this. Boy.
Yeah.
Right. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
can't.
Come on.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, man.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, man.
The
All
ladies.
right. And Patrona Collins says, my Brad team is the best. And Jella Shorter says, wow, Tamika, the dinosaur mouth can't hold me and you.
The dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
Come here, dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh!
It's a family show. It's a family show.
And Dornette Bright says, you guys look amazing. I love the costumes. Christy Consali saying hello.
Twerking red.
All right, Denisha Castillo says this show is 100%. Angela Barrett, this show is amazing. And Tamika Nelson says this dinosaur is just totally distracting. It's so random, the dinosaur. All right. Can you imagine we start answering immigration questions, the dinosaur's still dancing?
Right.
Well, I don't know, dinosaur. It's the Iowa third. Imagine the dinosaur is going to be asking social media questions.
Lord.
Right.
All right. What else we got here? Christy Gonzalez, the dinosaur is the best. Dinosaur, they love you, dinosaur. They love you, dinosaur. And Dwan Joy Wade says twerking Trex. Oh my God. Pauline Williams wants whatever the dino ate and drank today. Pauline Williams wants that too.
That's real. A little Halloween treat.
That's right.
A little bit right in here, Dino.
Canoe Young. Here's a comment for Carmen San Diego. Loves the red hat. Hot, hot, hot. And
That's right.
and
Thank you,
Abigail
Beth.
Taylor says she logged in at the right time.
Yeah.
LOL, dinosaur and all. Jella Shorter says, Lord have mercy, Jella Shorter's wetting herself right now.
I love
God.
that Sake White said, you
Yeah.
guys are the best humor and intelligence. Like, this is just exuding so much intelligence on our part.
So, happy Halloween. Dino, you want to hang out with us or you got to get going? What are you going to do?
Oh, Dino's going to
moonwalk out. Dino is moonwalking out.
Yeah,
Let's see the Dino
we love you,
moonwalk.
Dino.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Beat it! All right, here goes the Dino. Goodbye, Dino.
Bye, Dino.
Goodbye, Dino. Thank you, Dinosaur.
Great exit.
Oh my God.
We love you, Dino.
Great exit. Great exit.
We'll see you tomorrow.
By the way, the Dino greeted me today in my office, and I had no idea who was under that.
Yeah.
And they're dancing on my desk, and I'm like, who's in here?
Watch is not even one of your employees. It's just
No, it is one of the
I
employees.
know,
It's one of the paralegals in our office. But I had no idea who it was. You know, how would I know who's under there?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, everybody's like, Brad Squad, what did you give the dinosaur that he's so energetic?
Oh, God.
I'm gonna tell you something. We can tell you, but we don't know if it's legal or not.
Yeah, right. So just use your imagination.
We just use your imagination. All right. So meanwhile, yesterday we had we said if we got 20 viewers' photos, right? If we had 20 viewers' photos, we would have a vote on who had the best costume.
That's right.
So the Brad Squad just came in strong
Yeah.
with 3 photos.
Three whole photos.
3 photos, yeah. 3 whole photos. So we can't have a contest to give off a free consultation on 3 photos. But what we are going to do is the people who did send in the 3 photos, we're going to give a $10 gift certificate to whether Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, whatever they like, for sharing with us.
Yes.
So let's see some of our Brad Squad's viewer costume photos. The first one is Kamisha Stillwell. Kamisha sent in her photo. Let's see what it is. Her daughter, the Haunted Queen, and her nephew, Spider-Man. Where's Spider-Man? There he is.
Oh my God.
Very cute. Very
I love
cute.
that.
And Malia Loban Martin sent in a photo.
Yes, she did.
All right, and she sent in hot dog.
Oh
it's the hot dog.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna need that for Lucky and T-Bone.
I was gonna say, I have a thing for dachshunds.
Yeah?
I have such a thing for dachshunds, and when I saw that, I was like, Malia, if there were 20 people, you would win with the dachshund.
Yo, guys, this hair is like.
Oh my God. Well, I want you to know how hot it is in here right now.
So hot right now.
All right. So, and finally, Abigail Taylor Watson sent in her photo.
Aw.
Baby is a pumpkin. Very, very cute.
So adorable.
So thank you, Kamisha. Thank you, Malia. Thank you, Abigail, for sharing your family's Halloween costumes with us. And for doing so, we will just DM Belgium Kim, who seems to have every job in the world. Belgium Kim did my makeup today. Right? I said, Belgium Kim, what do you not do? You host the show, co-host the show.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing my makeup.
Yeah.
Right? You're in charge of the Instagram. So everything on Instagram is Belgium Kim
Yeah.
on
I feel like
Brad
I
Show
have,
Live.
like, hair in
right?
my eye or
And you, Prince is just a big complainer over here.
Oh.
Diva Prince over
He's like a
here.
diva over here, you know?
This is the worst feeling.
Welcome
do
to
I-
all of womanhood, bae. No, you have nothing in your eye.
There's
I
nothing in your
definitely
eye.
have something in my eye,
Oh
guys.
my God! Now, ladies out there, for all who want to date Yo-Yo, he's a lot of work. Okay,
My God,
he's
Ooh.
leaving right now. He's leaving the studio.
You guys have to get the.
Yo-Yo's got the bulge.
Oh!
Oh my
he
God, he's got
does.
the cup in there. Can we
Wait.
see that?
Yeah, get in there.
Oh
Get
my
in there.
God!
Oh!
He's got the tight bulge going on. This is
Not
way.
the zoom.
Wait,
Yeah,
there you
there
go.
you go.
There you go.
Move
You gotta
to
move
the
over.
left. Yeah,
Move
yeah.
your cup. Move your cup. Your cup is blocking.
Your cup is blocking the bulge. It's so big.
Oh my God, Yo-Yo's
yeah.
Yo-Yo, you're gonna go
Oh
on
my
the
God.
Yo-Yo's gonna go on the subway to his party and get raped on his way up to the subway. Yo-Yo's like, I didn't make it to my party. I got.
The bulge is so ridiculous. Somebody, yes, you're gonna know what it feels like to get grabbed.
Yeah,
right
it's
in your
grabbed
private.
and
I'm gonna
accosted.
like it. I'm gonna like it.
Oh
Grab away.
Grab away. All right, so it is Hump Day and Halloween. So today is Hump Day Halloween. Hump Day Halloween.
It's the best of both
It's
worlds.
the best of both worlds. It is Halloween and it is Hump Day.
And it's Hump Day.
Thus the name Hump Day.
Halloween.
Now perhaps maybe I can get to our Hump Day Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween stuff. Okay, here it is.
Yes.
I got it.
You got it.
Ready to start schmoozing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock.
Look at him.
There he is.
Look at
There he is. Here, come on me. Come right here on me. What does he say again?
Do you smell what the
Oh yeah,
rock
that's right. Do you smell what The Rock is gonna schmooze about on Hump Day Halloween? All right. So the first story I got here, Belgium Kim and Yo-Yo Elias.
Yes.
This is pretty interesting. A woman claims, to have had sex with 20 ghosts and is now engaged to one of them.
Oh my God.
Apparently this woman was on a TV show, Ghost Bachelor, dated all 20 of the ghosts. And now, no, was not on a show, Ghost Bachelor. A British woman claims she slept with at least 20 ghosts, says she's now engaged to a poltergeist. In December, a Methodist Realm, a spiritual counselor in Bristol, England, told British TV show ITV this morning that she cheated on her fiancé with a ghost.
What?
And has since gone on to have supernatural affairs with at least 20 paranormal ghosts. She says it all began in 2005 when she moved into a haunted home with her fiancé. It started as an energy, then became a physical. The ghost became physical. There was pressure on my thighs and breath on my neck. I just always felt safe next to these poltergeists. I started having sex with one of the ghosts. You can feel it, but it's very difficult to explain. So now here it is. Here's the video. We have a video of her. Let's watch her. Is this a video of her having sex with the ghost?
We've got a rare photo in which he reveals himself next to me as a ray of light.
Okay.
He's got the name Ray, so
he's Ray.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ray, it's a pleasure to meet you.
So apparently, the host had asked Miss Realm, if the ghost got down on his knee to get engaged to her, and she quotes, "There was no going down on one knee. The ghost doesn't have knees." But for the first time I heard him speak, I could actually hear his voice, and it was beautiful, deep, sexy, real. The ghost called himself Yo-Yo.
Get out of here.
I swear to God.
Yeah, right.
The ghost called himself what it says here, according to the Evening Sun.
I
Yo-yo.
rebuke these.
You rebuke? That is not you.
That is not
That
me.
is not you.
The power of Christ compel you.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
So Rum said her friends and family have embraced her unusual engagement. They can't wait to come to the wedding. She's planning a
that's the
big
problem.
ceremony. I haven't discussed the details yet with the poltergeist fiance, but I think it will be quite a big to do.
Oh,
I am sure it
my
will.
God.
The couple already had sex. They joined the Mile High Club.
I can't.
Had sex
I
on a
can't.
plane coming back from Australia when they first met. So she joined the Mile High Club with her fiance. By the way,
Not her fiance, like.
by the way, her human fiance should be the happiest man in the world.
For real, by
should
dodging
be the
that
happiest
bullet.
man in the world. She should be saying, God, if there's a God in heaven, thank you very much for making this woman get engaged to a ghost, and I do not have to live with her.
Right.
Because can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That's absolutely crazy, because I don't understand how she has been with a bunch of different ghosts and how she knows. Like, how have you been with 20 ghosts and you know that they were all different ghosts?
So, and finally,
That part.
because
Right.
this is important to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The first time she had sex with her poltergeist on the plane, coming back from Australia, she says, the orgasm I had with my spirit lover had been way more satisfying than any I've had with an ordinary man. Now, can you imagine you're coming back on an international flight from Australia and some woman is having an orgasm with a poltergeist next to you? You'll be like, you know, what was that with Harry Met Sally? I'll have what she's having.
Absolutely. You know,
I'll have what what did she have the fish and the chicken? She ordered the fish, I'm gonna have the fish too.
That sounds vegetarian to me. Well, you know what I think I would be most offended by is if I were an ex-lover. It's like, wait, so a ghost that could never actually touch you was better than a real human man?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
bad.
should take that as an insult.
Yes.
That's
That is an
massive
insult.
shade.
Meanwhile, I'm sad to report a death.
No.
Yes.
Who?
The playboy from Italy who slept with 6,000 women, he died, ironically, having sex with one of his women.
What?
The legendary Italian playboy has died at age 63 while having sex with a 23-year-old tourist.
Yes.
Mario Zenvanti, dubbed the Romeo of Rimini. That's the guy?
That's the guy.
Oh my God.
You know he must have been a smooth talker.
Oh my God.
You
'Cause
know he must have been
has
the
to be a smooth
smoothest
talker.
talker.
Because he
Look at that.
cannot
No.
be the Romeo of Rimini.
You know what? This is a perfect example of all it takes is just a little bit of game. You don't have to.
This
be
guy has to have a lot of game because he don't have a lot of face.
You got exactly.
He does not have a lot of face.
It's a correlation.
That's right.
The
So he's
less
gotta-
face you have, the more game
the more
you
game you
need.
need, right?
That's
So
right.
he claimed to have slept with more than 6,000 women after becoming a
Dang.
famous nightclub promoter in the beachside resort in Italy. He was entertaining a tourist from Romania, showing her around the back of his automobile. What a classy guy.
Wow.
Are you kidding?
What a classy guy. Couldn't even get a hotel room.
That's the dream.
Okay, all right. In the back of his car,
Yeah.
having sex with her.
With a
23-year-old from Romania, and apparently he had a fatal heart attack. But he went down exactly as he should have.
He went down
Exactly.
doing what
He
he
went
loved.
down because he went down 6,000 times, and he went
Didn't
down.
ever come back up that
Yes.
6,001.
Local media has dubbed him Italy's most successful lover. Zenza died after doing what he did best, the newspaper says, loving women. The mayor of Rimini has said Italy has lost a legend.
Wow.
The mayor?
The mayor of Rimini
my
says
God.
Italy has lost a legend. Oh my God.
I absolutely
So
love
yes,
that.
he had to have had game because his job was to chat up German and Scandinavian tourists in the street and persuade them to come inside.
Really?
Who wrote this?
That's serious?
He wrote this. What do you mean come inside? Who wrote such a thing? You mean to enter the nightclub, right?
To enter
the nightclub, not come inside.
I guess whoever wrote it, that's exactly what they mean.
Yes, not to come inside.
Or maybe.
He boasted that in a successful summer, he could sleep with around 200 women. Now, also apparently, he also leads Italy in most venereal diseases ever contacted in one lifetime.
You get that little shot, my man. Listen, he's got.
Oh my God, this is just getting grosser and grosser.
They're not gonna stop.
This is just getting grosser and grosser.
Not gonna stop.
You really want me to talk about this witch?
You have to talk about the witch. The witch is my favorite.
I don't know nothing
The witch is my spirit animal.
I have to talk about this witch too?
No, yeah.
All right, so apparently there is a witch who performs sex magic. And by the way, this is Hump Day Halloween, which is why you're getting these stories today.
It had to be real specific.
All right, it's Hump Day Halloween stories.
Exactly.
So, a tantric witch teaches people to love themselves in group masturbation classes. And why is this always happening in England? Why are they like the? Why are they like?
Is going
why
on?
why are the British doing the kinkiest things? Right? The British are doing the kinkiest things.
They're liberated, man.
Are they liberated?
They're having sex with ghosts.
Oh my
God. They're masturbating in the same room.
So a tantric sex witch from Britain claims to perform magic in steamy group masturbation classes, says she's teaching people to love themselves. Using yoni massage, certified sexologist bodyworker Victoria Louise Smith, 27, claims she transforms people's sex lives where they can have full body energy orgasms from being touched on the leg. I perform sex magic and use ritual to help transformations in relationships.
What?
Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
No.
What we have decided to do. Okay? What we have decided to do.
Unless you're about to say, send me to England.
Yes, we are going to have a share game. And the share game is, if we get to 1,500 shares today, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias will go with camera crew to the Tantric Witch. The Tantric Witch in England. We will send them all expense paid, courtesy of Bradshaw Live, to the Tantric Masturbation Witch. And we'll see what happens.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Prince would say yes to that.
Prince would say yes.
So I would go as Prince.
So
yeah, the reason I'm able to do this, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, is because I have a lot of miles. And it only costs $45 a class.
Oh my God!
Yo, if y'all
only
get to
$45
1,500
a class. 1,500 shares. We're sending Jonathan to the $45. Why do you need to pay this woman $45 to masturbate? Why can't you just do it for free at home?
For free, right?
Why do you have to go to this class and do it for $45?
But so here's the thing, right? Their whole thing is that we'll teach you to be so sensitive to the point where someone like touches your leg, and you get there.
Yeah.
Why is not worth it? That's worth the try, right? Like that's worth the $45 investment to be like, let's see what happens here.
Right. Meanwhile,
a leg touch.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lisa Bling wants to know: is this an immigration show? we don't know yet. This is very.
Tamika just said, "What in the masturbation is going on here?" It's Hump Day Wednesday.
My God. It's Hump Day Wednesday.
On Halloween.
On Halloween. It's Hump Day Halloween Wednesday. That is exactly what it is. You still have something in your eye.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo-Yo Elias is he has a lot of needs here.
Oh, I see it.
He has lots of needs here.
He actually does have something.
Lots of needs. All right, just fix it. There,
damn.
we got it.
It's
Belgium. Oh wow, that is a really big.
Yes.
It's a really long
Oh my
piece.
God! That is a really big hair.
It's a really long piece of hair.
That is really long. That is a really long.
Y'all don't understand. I was over here dying. Oh God.
Yeah, I guess Lisa Bling Rose, by the way, has summed up our show today. Ladies, Brad, sex education, immigration questions and answers show.
Thank you so much.
It is that's correct, on Halloween. It is the sex education and immigration questions.
From us to you, you're welcome.
All right, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, before we get into our immigration questions, and I can't imagine anybody would call with an immigration question today because they'd be like, what? There's two people.
Oh my God. They looked at you and they were like, that guy knows the answers.
That guy knows the answers to my immigration questions. Apparently I do. I'm a silly guy, but apparently I do know all of the immigration questions. I know every last one. Omar from Houston, The Rock got you. The Rock is coming your way.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, before we get into our immigration questions, can you kindly tell everybody what they get for 1,500 shares on Facebook today?
Guys, 1,500 shares on Facebook today. You will actually see me fly to London
to go to the masturbation
class. All right, and plus camera crew.
Plus camera crew, yeah.
Look, hey, actually, I want you guys to share. I want y'all to make this 1,500.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
You want to do it?
I want to go to London.
You don't want to necessarily go to the
But you
masturbation
want
class.
to go to a masturbation class.
I would do it. I would do it.
Wait, is she in London proper? Or are you
Yeah,
gonna-
she's in London proper.
Okay.
I'm going to give Yo-Yo a plane ticket and $45.
And $45.
$45. That's it.
That's it.
No lodging, no food.
Nothing.
Oh, wait.
Wait. I'm going to give you $45. I'm going to give you a plane ticket. I'll give you a box of tissues.
No!
You get a box of tissues also.
Surely the Tantric Witch provides the tissues, for the love of God. Oh, by the way, it says to DM for appointments. I'm going to slide right up in those DMs.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, our
All right, so
Yo-Yo.
1,500 shares. You think they can do it?
What are they at now?
Do you think, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, that they can come through?
I don't know. But
You don't
it
think
is
they can come
Halloween. It is Halloween, so there's some weird stuff that could go on today.
15. They're at 49.
They're at 49. They got a way to go.
But do you know what else they're really asking for? And I feel like we have to give it to them if we're asking them to share this
I'll give it
much.
to them. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I'll be giving them everything I got here.
Aren't you though?
Yes.
I think you're, and honestly, I think you're both gonna need to stand up. They
What?
want to see Yo-Yo's bulge again. I'm getting.
Share.
I've seen 3 different comments that are
Yes.
asking for Yo-Yo.
Share.
And I don't feel like
We'll show Yo-Yo's bulge at 500 shares.
at 500 shares.
we are like pimping you out today.
But
Mom, I
I feel
love
like you
you.
haven't shown the people what you're rocking. Like I feel like they need to see the full shirt. Is that wrong? That's right. That's right. That's right.
yeah.
Oh, ladies, for you.
Wait, I'm stuck here.
Don't be stuck. Don't be stuck.
I'm stuck.
Oh, look at you with the good sneakers,
Yeah,
Brad.
one
I'm
second,
digging
I'm
this.
stuck here. One
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna undo this and then I'll be able to do
Uh-huh.
it. Okay, you ready?
You got this.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
The
beach is there! Do you smell what the rock? All right, I'm done.
Lord.
Oh my God. Did I ever thought when I went to law school this is what my life would come to?
I don't think that any of us
Yes.
going into work at any point in the last year did we think this was where we were going to end up.
Angela Shorter wants me to twerk. All
You
right.
twerk. That's the shirt you twerk in.
All right.
That'll be a 750
So we do
shares.
we got to do a little serious stuff and help
We do.
people. All right. So answer me your immigration question. All right, call now. Call now. Getting answers to your immigration question. I'm not done waving my side.
Wait.
I am not done waving my side. What happened with getting answers is stuck. What's
Well, they
going
should
on
be
here?
stuck.
Right, let's
They
go.
should stay
Let's
stuck.
go. Come on, let's go. There we are. There we are. There we go. All right. So I got to get into lawyer mode a little bit, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll still be bald because I can't take it off in the middle of
No,
the
you
show.
cannot.
But I am
You're
going.
welcome, family.
I am going to put on my jacket. Okay. And I got to get
Rough
into
guy.
lawyer mode. There we go.
Oh, man.
There
oh,
we
just
go.
that little
Chest.
chest
Yeah,
peeking
just a
out.
little chest hair now.
Oh,
All
man.
right. And I got, there we go. I got my, let me get my handkerchief all set,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Let me get my handkerchief
Brad the
set.
Rock Bernstein.
Brad the Rock Bernstein is now, there we go.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. With the sign,
Yeah.
Brad, you look exactly
All right, look, let's bring
right.
the guy back now, okay, and see if I look like him. There we
Yeah.
are. Yes, I look like
Yep.
him. There we go. Oh my God! All right, this is so random.
You know what's astonishing me is
What?
that our views have gone up and have kept going up. People are like, they're here for immigration.
Yes.
You're damn right we are.
Yes.
You're damn right we are.
Oh my God!
Synopsis
Oh
in a
my
week.
God. All right, so now let's run the thing. If you got some questions, I got some answers. Even as Dwayne The Rock Johnson in getting answers to your immigration questions. Even on Halloween, I have the answers to your questions. Let's go to Omar. Omar.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Brad?
Wonderful. Boom! Did I scare you? All right, what's going on? What can I do?
Man, you're on the crew.
Thank you.
You're on the crew so lively.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
good vibes and
Thank
good
you.
work
Thank
you're doing.
you.
I
Thank
must
you.
commend you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to share my story with you leading
Go
up
ahead.
to my interview.
Okay, go ahead.
And I came to the U.S. in 2016 May and a B2.
Right.
I get in touch with a lady that I have met that following here February.
Okay.
Yeah. And I move in with her and live with her from July, and then down in November after 2016 I get engaged to her.
Okay.
And then January 2017 we got married and filed the paperwork March that same year 2017. Went to my interview last week Thursday.
Sounds good so far.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good so far. Everything is perfect so far. I'm wondering why you're calling me.
I just, sometimes we just want to get the word from
Sure.
you because
Okay.
you're a lawyer
Right,
and
right,
you
right.
know it.
Right.
So I took these stuff with me, life insurance with both of our name.
Okay.
She's my beneficiary.
Right.
Car insurance, car title, bank statement, apartment lease, credit card, tax papers, Xfinity bill, gas bill, my stepdaughter pickup list from school, phone bill, light bill, photo album.
Wow.
Yeah, and they took 10 of the photos and they kept all of those stuff that I just told you.
Perfect.
A little problem that I am thinking about that you probably can tell me not to think about, which I know is not really nothing, but it's still something. That's why I still want to relate it to you. I am 32 years old and my wife is 44, so I don't know if they be like want to look at it or want to criticize in any form of way, or you know what I mean?
Well, what happens is when there's an age difference, especially if the woman is older, those type of marriages are rarer when you find people falling in love with big age differences, especially, sometimes you see obviously a man who's 11 years older than a woman and that's a society. But when you see a woman 11 years older than a man, just the average, immigration officer is going to scrutinize that marriage a little more. If it is real, if it's legitimate, you live with her. And by the way, the president of France married a woman who's 25 years or 20 years older than him. So, I mean, these things happen. Even the president of France has done it. So, as long as you live with her, and you're in love, it's a legitimate marriage, and it sounds like everything that you did was perfect. There should be no reason. You are allowed to fall in love and live with and enjoy your life with a woman who's 11 years older than you. And you went to the interview and you proved it was a real marriage based on what I'm hearing. I believe you're going to get through. I believe you're going to get through.
Yeah, because she gave me that white paper with that the X in that box that said your interview has been completed and it has been held for review and stuff, and they don't need no more document from me, but they can if they want. Call me or email me for a stoke, the second interview.
Well, they may do that, and if they do, you'll be ready for them. You live with her, so you'll be able to you'll be able to pass. All right. So far, Omar, sounds good so far. Sounds good so far.
All right.
All right. If you get a letter for a Stokes interview, for a second interview, or anything other than here's your green card, you're approved, I'd like you to call me to have a consultation so we could advise you what to do, make sure everything goes okay. And by the way, when you have the consultation with me, I am a serious attorney. I'm not joking around.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
So we'll help you. So hold on one second, okay? All right. Thank you, Omar. Okay. Stephanie.
Hello. Hi, Brad.
Boom! Damn, I can't scare anybody. All right, Stephanie, what's up? What's up?
Okay, Brett, I was going to ask you the same question you just asked you, but you answered that question because it happened to me just the same way, too.
What happened?
The same thing that happened with getting the paper with the X on it. So basically, you answered the question that I was going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
just now. One more question I want to ask you. My husband is a U.S. citizen, and when I check for my children, they're in California and they're way behind. What I was asking, California reaches for the I-130 there in December 2016. What I was asking that is, when I get through, do they jump and move it up front, or it stays just the same until they get to that date?
It stays until they get to that date. All right. So, I mean, they're immediate relatives, and if in fact you've been waiting since 2016 for your kids, and it's now almost the end of 2018, and you're already 2 years into this, and they're immediate relatives, what you can do is file a mandamus action against the U.S. government to get them to move and get the petition approved. That's up to you. That would be a lawsuit, and as soon as they get sued, your case would be approved. Because they don't want to litigate. Because 2 years is obviously way too long.
Oh, okay. Because I filed it in 2017, but they're now at 2016.
Right. All right. So, I mean, you either wait or you sue the government. Those are your two choices.
No, I'll wait.
All right, Stephanie. Good luck.
All right,
Happy Halloween.
You,
Happy Halloween.
Same to you. Bye.
All right. All right. Joanna in Barbados. I know they don't celebrate Halloween in Barbados, Joanna, but happy Halloween nevertheless. What can I do to help?
Same to you. I'm calling with a question. My mom, she lives in Florida, and she had applied for me early this year, like in February. I would like to know what is my chances.
How old are you?
I'm 37, going to be 38 soon.
And you're single?
Yes, I am, but I have kids.
Okay, so your chances are excellent. Your mom's a U.S. citizen. It's your mom, but you're going to wait probably 5, 6, 7 years. But yes, you'll get through.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Rochelle in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Rochelle.
Hi, happy Halloween.
Thank you.
How
Happy
are you?
Halloween, Rochelle. What's going on?
I'm doing okay. So I had a question for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Jamaica, but I got married here to a citizen here, and the relationship wasn't working out. It was abusive, emotionally stuff. He ran me out of the house and stuff. So anyway, I moved out of the house. The paperwork were filed for, but I didn't get a chance to do interview. I did the biometric and everything, but he did not sign the affidavit.
Okay. What was the abuse? Can you feel comfortable talking about it? If not, you don't have to. Was it physical?
No, but
emotional.
police got involved. Yeah,
okay, all right.
And police did got involved as
so
well.
You need to file a VAWA application, and whether he signed the affidavit of support or not, it really doesn't matter, because you don't need an affidavit of support as an abused spouse. So I think what you need to do is do the I-360, and if your adjustment's been denied, you do an adjustment, and if it's still pending, you ask to substitute in the I-130 for the I-360. But we can certainly help you with that.
Okay, but what were really kind of complicate the situation is that I had my son, and when he was coming up, he under immigration, what do you call it, deportation something?
Why was he deported?
Where they held on to him.
Why? You mean he was stopped at the border?
Yeah.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
They held on to him for like 1 month.
Why?
I wanted to know that as well. So they keep putting off the hearing. They still have his passport and everything.
Is he still in jail?
No, he's out. He's 5 years old, and they
kept a 5-year-old in jail
for 1 month. Yes.
Okay, you have this child now?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Hold on 1 second. You need Rochelle, you really need a lawyer. Okay, you need a lawyer. Okay, they had no right to hold a 5-year-old in jail, that's for sure. Okay, the only reason to detain somebody in jail is because they're a threat. What's a 5-year-old going to do? Leave their gum on the street? What are they going to do? All right, so...
they hold them, they send them to school and stuff.
But we have, great, immigration jail school. That's really a wonderful school. Rochelle, okay, Rochelle, Rochelle, please stop, okay? You need a lawyer. Just don't, what you're doing is you're just going along with whatever is happening. And you're saying, boy, that really sucks. My son's in jail. Boy, that really sucks. I had to leave because my husband's abusive. but you're not taking the reins of your life in your hands and doing what needs to be done to get you a green card, to get your son a green card. Your son should not have been in jail for a month. Had I been the lawyer, he would have been out of jail within days. Promise you that. All right?
Okay.
Hold on
Yeah.
1 second. Hold on 1 second. You need a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Let's go to Surjit in Boston, Massachusetts. Surjit.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
What can I do to help?
I was actually just calling because I was trying to inquire about the orphan petition cases from India.
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to see what the process, like if it's something that's possible to do for a 15-year-old.
It is, but you have to have the application filed before the child turns 16. The child has no mother and father?
The father has abandoned them, and the mother is not able to take care of
Okay,
the child.
so you have to go to India. There has to be two things done at the same time. There is a process in India, I don't know it off the top of my head, but there is certainly a process in India to strip the parents of their parental rights because they're alive. So as long as the parents are alive, the child's not an orphan. So the only way to make the child an orphan is to strip the parents of their parental rights. The father abandoned, the mother can't take care of the child. You literally go into a court in India and strip them of their parental rights. Now the child is an orphan. While you're doing that, you live up in Massachusetts, you're going into the local court in Massachusetts and asking the judge for something called a pre-adoption certificate, where you get your fingerprints done, your background check done, social workers come to your home, and the judge signs off and says, this is a good person to adopt a child. We're not bringing this child into a sex predator or a house that's filthy or a house that's an unloving house. This is a loving home. And I'm going to give you the pre-adoption certificate, which means that when the child arrives in America, I'll sign an adoption order. All of this has to be done before the child's 16 years old. And you need to start, because you have to also file the orphan petition. And you can't file the orphan petition until the child is an orphan and you have the pre-adoption certificate. So you got to do all of this stuff and then file the orphan petition all before this child turns 16. It's a tall order, but if you need help, you better start right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
Thank you so much.
Hold on. All right. Ma Dukes, what the hell? 5-year-old in jail. Exactly.
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 That was really tough.
Exactly. Angela Barrett wants to know, do I have the law book in my head or I am truly amazing? And the answer is yes, the law book is in my head, and thank you, yes, I believe I'm truly amazing. Thank God there's one other person in the world who believes that too. Thank you very much, Angela. All right, so now, Jill, how are we doing with our show? All right, so let's go to something we call social media check-in. The music's still playing. Go. Let's go for it.
Okay, our first question is from Chris Lowe, and Chris Lowe wants to know, good afternoon. I've got a question. My mom's a U.S. citizen, and I'm from Guyana. My mom filed for me on October 10th of 2012, and she recently received my approval letter from USCIS on the 15th of March of this year. What I'd like to know is what's the next step with my case, and when am I going to get the next response?
All right, so let's go to the visa bulletin.
Yes.
And he's from Ghana?
He is from Guyana.
Guyana. All right, so 4 November 2018, unmarried man of a U.S. citizen. They're up to June 22nd, 2011. He's 2012.
He's October 2012, yeah.
Okay, so you're about a year and change away from getting a green card. Your I-130 visa petition is going to be transferred to the National Visa Center. They're going to hold it. They're the clearinghouse for the U.S. embassies all over the world. And what's going to happen is approximately 8 or 9 months prior to you being eligible to obtain your green card in Guyana, the National Visa Center is going to mail a letter to you and they're going to say, who is your agent in America? Or do you not have an agent? Do you want to handle it from Guyana? Who is going to deal with putting together the affidavits of support, the biographic data, submitting your police clearances, paying the fee bills? That all has to be done through the National Visa Center. So they'll say, do you have an attorney? Is it your petitioner? Do you have nobody? And if it's nobody, then you got to do it from Guyana. So that's what's going to happen. And then from there, depending on who you choose, then the process starts going in at the National Visa Center. And when that process is completed, they transfer the file to Georgetown, Guyana, which is where the U.S. Embassy is in Guyana, and they'll schedule you for a visa appointment.
All right, we have one from Solomon. Is it possible to apply for a J1 waiver 2-year home residency for the second time if you were denied for the first time, even though you had a no objection letter?
Yes, but then if you got denied on the no objection letter, then you would need to probably do it based on some other category, like extreme hardship or something like that.
We've got another question. Oh, sorry, from Kim losing her voice. From Cool G, who said, if my girlfriend is taking food stamps, can she still file for me? I overstayed my B2 visa. And do I need to get married? I'd like to come see you to talk to you. Can you help? What's the first thing I do?
You need to do two things at the same time. You got to get married, and the girlfriend's got to get off food stamps. Because if the petitioner is actually accepting food stamps, they're going to deny you. Because she can't support herself, how is she going to support you? But yes, you would have to get married too.
All right, Ruthie Cutie on YouTube said, my friend has her interview next week. She wants to know if she can carry her 2 babies, 9 months and 2 years old, with her to the interview.
Yes.
Keisha said, I filed for my husband in July and he's in Trinidad. What's the process on the timeline? What's the timeline on the process?
For the fiance?
For her husband, who is currently in Trinidad.
15, 18 months. 15, 18 months. There we go.
Okay, so Omar, how to overcome pre-existing health condition public charge under Section 212A. Do you think getting a health insurance for the spouse would help to overcome the visa refusal?
No. The only thing that overcomes the visa refusal is you earn more money or you get someone else to give an affidavit of support who earns more money.
We've got Nikki, who says, how long after a marriage and sending in your paperwork does it take for someone to get an interview for the green card?
It should take 9 months, but with Trump, it's somewhere between 12 to 24 months.
Okay, Jessica Smith has a question. I came to the U.S. from Jamaica in 2017 on an F1 visa, but stopped after my semester because of financial difficulties. My father filed an I-130, he's a LPR, and became one 2002 after getting married in December. And since then, I've received the notice of receipt. I was then placed in removal proceedings in September and was released on bond in October. So, what advice do you have for me in order to in order for me to stay in the U.S. legally without having to return home?
Well, you need to be eligible for the green card immediately, and it's not going to be through your father. So, it's going to be through probably a bona fide marriage, or perhaps you have some fear of returning home because of someone's going to kill you, some sort of asylum or withholding of removal or convention against torture claim. Those are going to be your two possibilities. Most probably, but maybe there's other options too. I don't know. We would have to speak.
Natalie Ash said, hey Brad, if my EAD came in my maiden name, because it's what I use on the application, however, I got my social security, I'd like to get my social security card and my driver's license in my married name. How could I go ahead and do that?
You're not going to be able to. So the Driving License Bureau is going to give it to you in the name in which the work permit is given. When you get your green card, you can make sure when you go on your interview, tell the immigration officer, I want the green card in my married name. And when the green card is mailed to you, then you can go to motor vehicles and change your license.
Kamoya Smith has a question. Can an LPR parent adjust the status of her child here in the U.S.? The I-130 was approved. The child overstayed.
Say it again? I was reading. I was just reading Lisa Bling Rose.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Lisa Bling Rose says, hi, Cordella. You must see when Yo-Yo stands up.
Oh, God.
So it's making me
I
laugh.
told you, they all want the bulge. It's the battle of the bulge in our comments
That is
right
correct.
now.
Well, they got to get to the shares, all right?
500 shares for the
500
bulge.
shares, and we'll
Where's the
have
dino?
We'll have Jonathan Dino left. Dino left.
Dino has a bulge too.
Yeah.
Kamoya Smith, can an LPR parent adjust the status of her child here in the U.S.? The I-130 was approved, but the child overstayed.
Yes, as long as the child's under 21. Permanent resident. No, you would have to become a citizen first. My apologies.
Got you. Sorry.
Nikki said, if my mom is a citizen, can she file for me, and how long does it take? I'm 25.
6 to 7 years, and the answer is yes, she can file for you.
Okay. Shine Williams. A couple went in for a 10-year green card interview. At the interview, the officer asked for more documents. The next day, the spouse tells the wife, "I don't need you anymore. I got what I wanted," and kicks her out. She went back to USCIS and informed them of what happened. What do you think will happen to that petition?
I totally spaced out because I'm reading the comments. Can you ask that again? I apologize, Prince.
Look. Golly.
The comments are making me laugh. I'm sorry. I gotta not look at the comments anymore.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Shine Williams. A couple went in for a 10-year green card interview. At the interview, the officer asked for more documents. The next day, the spouse tells the wife, "I don't need you anymore. I got what I wanted," and kicks her out. She went back to USCIS and informed them of what happened. What do you think will happen to that petition?
It's gonna be denied because she never got her green card. And they were asking for more documents. Most likely they didn't believe it was a real marriage. So unless there was abuse in the relationship or extreme emotional abuse, she's going to get denied.
I do not look ladylike. I'm Prince.
That's how you know it's a good Prince, because
Yes.
Prince was a little ladylike. Like Prince
Look
had
at this
some
hair.
androgynous. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look at this hair.
You had to draw on hair with eyeliner. That's
Bearded lady.
That's true. Ooh, that's sexy. Conchita, what's her face? Bearded lady.
Caitlyn Jenner's a bearded lady.
Doesn't have a beard.
That's
Oh, yes, he does. You just don't see it under all the makeup.
Marco wants to know how long for an N336 response.
That's the appeal. It's going to take a while, at least a year.
Ooh.
Stacks B has the question. Got a yellow letter asking to bring my I-693 to interview. Does that mean I will get no RFE before the interview?
Not at all.
Sokar said, according to the U.S. Embassy of Stockholm, the co-sponsor's income is not usually helpful to overcome the public charge. Is that true?
He's sponsoring somebody for a green card?
Sounds like it.
No, that's not true. You need a lawyer to call the U.S. Embassy in Stockholm.
Ooh. All right.
Get you a good lawyer, maybe,
Right there.
that would call the U.S. Embassy in Stockholm.
Yeah, that's right.
I was just saying.
All right. Kitchia Scott. This is on YouTube.
By the way, Jeff Bosey wants to know why I put the jacket over the costume, because I do have to answer people's legal questions, Jeff Bosey. And if you were watching the show before, okay, this jacket and this sign is the same thing. Call with your immigration questions.
We were going to make you purple, so.
Right, yeah.
That's true.
Ask me your immigration questions.
So lucky we didn't
One more
make it.
time. Ask me your
That would've been
immigration
hilarious,
questions. There we go.
Honestly, it would have been
Yeah.
easier.
All right, so that answers Jeff Bosey's question.
All right, Kitchia Scott on YouTube.
Tamika says you have Brazilian hair, yo-yo.
Yeah, it's actually really good hair.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yo, you can have it after this.
Maybe I'm gonna grab it.
Anybody else want it? Look.
It's not the right color.
Make it the right color.
That's true.
All right, Kitchia Scott on YouTube. Can my sister do my petition? Then when I get married, my husband can continue the petition?
No, your husband could refile a new application, which is a really good question, because you can try as many different ways to get a green card. You can have 7, 8, 9 different petitioners. 8, 9, 10 different applications in for a green card. One doesn't preclude another, and whichever one comes in first, that's what you go with.
Sonel said, my wife and I got married 30 days after her divorce. Can she apply for an I-130 for me?
Yes. You could have gotten married a day after she got divorced, and she could have filed it. She just can't be a bigamist.
All right, Adem on YouTube starts off with, by the way, nice Halloween costumes.
Rochelle Baker says I'm mad. I'm not mad. Why am I mad? Not mad at anything. I'm mad like crazy? Yes.
Oh.
I am definitely mad like crazy.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Mad Brad.
Okay, in a good way. Okay, everybody who meets me says, Brad, you're a little crazy, which is fun.
Yeah.
But a lot crazy means you're, like stay away. I'm not a lot crazy. I'm a little crazy.
There's a good crazy and a bad
Correct.
crazy. We are
It's a
all
fun
the
crazy.
very
Correct.
good crazy.
Right, we're all
We're
a
like
little
the fun-
crazy.
we're the fun
By the
crazy.
way, look at this. Look at this whole thing.
Look at it.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Does this look like Saturday to you? We're answering immigration questions with a set and costumes. Does this look like Saturday to you?
No.
No.
But it sure does look like a ball of fun.
That's for damn sure.
Yes.
All right. Ida said, nice costumes, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ida. So what I wanted to ask, if one has been deported from the U.S. before and applied for the DV lottery, is that going to disqualify the person?
It won't disqualify the person, but the person needs a waiver to come back. Where are we going to get a waiver from on a DV lottery?
This is true.
This is a good question. It's not a question we have the answer.
And by the way, if you don't get the waiver approved within that 1 year, they're not going to give it to you anyway, and the waiver takes a while. So if you got deported, the DV lottery is really not going to work for you.
Skumar on YouTube has a question. He'd like to know more about how to go about an orphan petition for his niece.
I think we answered that because the woman called up.
That was it. She called, right?
I believe we answered that question. Who, because this is maybe there's 2 Indians who want do orphan petitions.
It's very
but
possible.
you got to strip the parents of their parental rights in India, and at the same time get a pre-adoption certificate wherever you are living in the local court, saying that you are a good person to adopt a child from abroad. You're not a sex predator. You live in a clean home. You're going to have a loving home, and then at that point, file the orphan petition. All that has to be done before the child turns 16.
All right, Elamar has a question. What do I need to expedite my EAD card by financial loss?
Good luck on that. Ain't happening.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Paula on Facebook said, my word left out. Wait, is 1 year on an I-360, how much longer does she have to wait? What's in it? Who files for it?
The I-360 is an abuse case. It could be a religious worker. It could be a special juvenile immigrant. The I-360 has all multiple different types of cases.
So there's...
We need a little more info.
Right.
All right. I got one right here.
Right here.
All right.
King Dam
Yes.
876 on YouTube. When should the I-693 be filed if you received a courtesy letter that has not been received prior to the interview, or wait till the interview?
What courtesy letter is he talking about? Have you ever heard immigration giving anybody courtesy? What courtesy letter could he? I don't even know what he means by a courtesy letter. Yo-yo, I
Yes.
just got word. The little red Corvette is outside.
Oh, great.
Okay, and you're gonna party like it's 1999.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
All right, guys.
all right, but no, not yet.
Is
Not
this gonna
yet.
wait?
You know what I really want to? I want to see him sing "Kiss." "Kiss" is my favorite Prince song.
Really?
I feel like you could kill that.
I could.
You have to be really hot. Get a little kiss.
Kiss.
Oh my God, you're not gonna give it to us, are you?
Nope.
Oh.
Guys,
I like party like it's 1999.
Yeah,
because that was more my generation.
What is a raspberry?
Raspberry Beret, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. That was Little Red Corvette was the first song he came out with.
That is, and that's
My favorite one
When
is,
Doves Cry.
My favorite is.
Oh, I like When Doves Cry too.
Yeah, my favorite is When Doves Cry and Diamonds and Pearls.
Ooh, you went deep cut. Diamonds and Pearls is not it's not like a raspberry beret.
No.
Yeah. My favorite Carmen Sandiego was when she got lost in Bangladesh. Did that happen? I have no idea. I've never seen it.
She goes all around the world wreaking havoc.
But okay, but never got. Did she wreak havoc in Belgium? Have you ever seen the Belgium episode?
Yes, she was a video game, and yes, because she was in Brussels, and I freaked the F out because I was in Belgium when I was playing it. She was like, American stuff never mentions Belgium.
I used to love Carmen Sandiego.
Because she's a queen.
Yeah.
She's such a queen. It's like the only supervillain
Meanwhile,
I
they're
love.
begging for you to stand up, but if we don't get 500 shares, Yo-Yo's not standing.
Nobody's seeing that bulge.
Nobody-
That bulge is going to be
nobody's
for me
standing
and
up.
Brad.
Nobody. All right.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. I'm
Well,
sorry.
let's rephrase that.
No.
The bulge is for you, not for me. Let's just rephrase that.
You know what? I will enjoy it on behalf of everyone.
All right. So meanwhile, you know about the legend of Sleepy Hollow, since this is Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween. The legend of Sleepy Hollow is a Gothic tale written by author Washington Irving. The story is about the lovely.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
What?
The story is about the lovelorn school teacher, Ichabod Crane, who only had one eye for Katrina Van Tassel. After trying to woo Miss Van Tassel one evening, he disappeared on his way home. In the morning, only a smashed pumpkin remained of Ichabod. And in the tale, it is presumed he was attacked by the Headless Horseman!
Hey!
No screams? Okay. Believed to be a revolutionary mercenary Hessian soldier who lost his head by a cannonball. A 199-old legend lives on today, and Belgium Kim went to investigate the legend of Sleepy Hollow, known to this day to be the spookiest town in the world. All right, let's watch.
Hey, Brad Squad.
You got this, Belgium Kim. Hey, Brad Squad. I'll start it off for you, Belgium Kim. It's Belgium Kim.
So what did you see up there in Sleepy Hollow, Belgium Kim, since we can't see any of this?
I can do a reenactment.
Yeah, do a reenactment.
problem.
Say, hi, this is Belgium
Do
Kim.
you remember your intro?
I don't remember my intro as I'm giving my intro.
All right, just give it a second. We're going to do this, damn it.
Listen,
We're going to do this, damn it. Let's just give it a second.
Oh my God. Oh.
Whoa, what is
Whoa,
that?
what is
That
going on?
was
It's the ghost.
Halloween. The
This
ghost.
is the spooky ghost.
It's probably all of the groundhog mummies.
Oh my God, what's going on
You
behind
guys,
us?
I'm a little freaked out.
Why did the
This
ghost
is-
stop your Sleepy Hollow?
Because we got to the bottom of it, Brad.
Did
'Cause
you
we
really
got
get to the bottom of it?
That's right. Oh,
The
we
Duppy takes
absolutely-
Kim's voice. The Duppy. The Duppy. Did you ever see the Duppy video from Jamaica? Where there was we're ready to go? Okay. Did you ever see the Duppy video from Jamaica? There was a Duppy video of a ghost in Jamaica that was freaking people out.
What?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I don't mess with those videos, Brad. Like
Yeah,
the
but the
meandering
ghost, the ghost has taken it away. So the 100.
Yeah.
Let me go back to my Elizabethan theater with the guy with the pipe.
Spooktacular voice.
I wish I had a pipe,
You
and I'm
just
sitting.
scratched your makeup.
I know, and I'm sitting. I had an itch, and I'm sitting. Just picture this, because we don't have it. I'm sitting by the fireplace. I have a long pipe that I'm lighting, and I am going to tell you a story of the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Let's watch.
I am taking you to one of the most haunted towns in the world, Sleepy Hollow. And I'm in the cemetery. I'm totally fine. Whether you've read Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow or seen one of the countless adaptations, both on screen and on TV, you have probably heard of the folklore of the Headless Horseman, because it's endured for over 200 years and has made this town one of the top Halloween destinations in the world. Sleepy Hollow also has a rich immigration story. From the early Dutch settlers to today's current immigration climate, immigration has always been a central point in this town. Town historian and Historic Society volunteer Shar Weigel is going to give us a tour and the lowdown on Sleepy Hollow today. We are also going to stop by Sleepy Hollow's epic Halloween parade and talk to Sleepy Hollow Mayor Ken Ray. Of course, we will also be on the lookout for the Headless Horseman, as I intend to keep my head today. Check it out, Brad Squad. I am here with volunteer to the Historic Society serving Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow, Shar Weigel. Hi, Shar. When was Sleepy Hollow founded?
This was owned by the Dutch West India Company. So this was a capitalistic venture from the start, which had its pluses and minuses for the Dutch, for the Native Americans that were here, and for other immigrants. But over time, this area became known as Tarrytown, largely. The land was divided up after the Revolutionary War. In the late 1800s, it was actually incorporated as North Tarrytown, and then we changed the name in 1986 to Sleepy Hollow. The town debated changing the name to leverage the history and to bring people interested in history here. And it finally passed. Generally speaking, I think we're just so happy to have people interested in our history and coming, and it's so much fun to be here around Halloween, as you'll see in the Halloween parade later.
How much of the Dutch settlers' culture can still be felt today?
A lot of the Dutch culture can be felt today. There are many people who live here. As we walk around the burying ground, we'll look at tombstones. The president of our historical society, Tara Van Tassel, there are tons of Van Tassel gravestones in the burying ground here. The religion here, the old Dutch church is still a Reformed Dutch church, an active community. This church, they still have several services in throughout the year, so it's one of the oldest active churches in the state of New York. And a bell in the bell tower was brought over by Margaret Hardenbrook, one of the she merchants of the Dutch family, of the Phillips family here.
There seems to be a little bit of a nuance there because they were very progressive in one way and then regressive in another. Can you tell us a little bit about the sheep merchants?
The Dutch had a really interesting perspective toward gender in the 1600s. Girls and boys received the same education, and it was not unusual for a woman to have her own company or her own business.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the name they had was She Merchant.
Okay.
And Margaret Hardenbrook came here. She was 22 years old by herself because she had a job. She was the representative of a trader, a merchant, back in the Netherlands, and she was his person in New Amsterdam. Over time, Margaret would become one of the most prominent and wealthiest she merchants in this colony, but there were others as well because it was the Dutch culture. Margaret was a wealthy widow. She had inherited from her first husband a fleet of ships that would do trading between the Netherlands and New York. One of her vessels, this one was the Charles, going back and forth. It made a triangle trade.
Okay.
And so the triangle trade was the slave trade. So
wow.
This vessel went from the Netherlands down to the coast of Angola, sold the European goods there, and picked up a boatload of kidnapped men, women, and children.
Oh my God.
And the Dutch, awesome gender equality, but they were among the cultures most involved in the slave trade.
Really?
Yeah.
What kinds of stories can we glean from the actual tombstones that are in this cemetery?
Yeah, it's interesting, a lot. I mean, obviously the personal stories of how people lived and died, but also immigration stories. So this first gravestone here, 3 children from the Cohenhoven family passed away within 9 days. They lost 3 kids within 9 days in 1794. The Cohenhoven family is interesting because the grandfather of these 3 children ran a tavern in Tarrytown, and that was a tavern that George Washington frequently would stop in. So the Cohenhovens were a big family here. Over time, the Cohenhoven name became Conover. The name was anglicized, so Cohenhoven more Dutch, Conover a little bit easier to say, less Dutch focused.
We were actually just talking about the state that some of these gravestones are in. They're hundreds of years old, and some of them are still very legible, while others you can barely read. Why some of them are still very legible and others aren't. And What is the story behind those tombstone carvers?
The earliest gravestones here are field stones, so it's just what you would think, pick up in a field a stone. When the two gravestone carvers that operated in this area, Solomon Brewster and John Zuricher, we have examples of their carvings throughout the cemetery. They were quite expert at carving and doing things that we'll call soul effigies. You'll see like a little head with wings coming out from it. And it was meant to show that the soul is free after death. And those red sandstones are pretty fragile. Some of them are still in really good shape, but some of them were popular ones. People did gravestone rubbings throughout the years. And you might not think about that, but when you put a piece of paper against that and rub down with the pencil so you get an image of it, it takes the surface off that. So probably one of the best known stones in this graveyard, burying ground, is Katrina Van Tassel.
Right.
Where Washington Irving got the name for the legend of Sleepy Hollow, and her stone is pretty damaged because of all of the gravestone etchings and rubbings that were done.
Will you show it to me though?
Yes.
Can you show us
let's
some
go
of
see.
the? Let's do it.
This grave here is Katrina Van Tassel, who, since you have read the legend, you know is Ichabod Crane's love interest. She died in 1793, so her gravestone would have been relatively new, really visible to Irving. He liked the name, and he kind of like took it down, and later on it's going to appear as the name of Katrina Van Tassel in the legend. During the Revolutionary War, there was a dead Hessian soldier in this area. Elizabeth Van Tassel, who was a member of the church, asked the church if it was possible to bury him in the churchyard. She had a lot of empathy for these people. They were here. They were immigrants in a way, right?
Yeah.
They came because they were allies of the Brits, mercenaries, but really paid allies during the war.
Gotcha.
So the church said, fine, but he has to be buried in an unmarked grave. And this is the story that Washington Irving would have heard. So we have no information on whether the Hessian had his head or didn't.
Okay.
And the grave is unmarked. Right in that area, somewhere there is supposedly a Hessian soldier that's buried.
Who may or may not have his head.
Who may or may not have his head, exactly. And Irving would have heard the story by the people that lived here when he would come out. And so he kind of worked it into the legend of the Headless Horseman.
So really what inspired the story, we've got Katrina Van Tassel, we've got the Hessian horseman who may or may not have had a head. So really the whole story of the legend of Sleepy Hollow was born out of this cemetery.
Yeah, definitely. And also out of immigration too, because Ichabod Crane was a Connecticut Yankee. So he was an outsider who came into this Dutch area in the legend itself. Do you know the end of the legend? Do you know what happens to him?
What happens?
So most people of course know that he's trying to get across the bridge, thinking that supposedly spirits, because this headless horseman's following him, can't cross water. Ichabod doesn't know that the headless horseman's trying to get back to his grave here in the same place, right?
So he's going to cross that bridge.
He's going to cross that bridge.
Right.
So the next morning, Ichabod's gone. All they find is the pumpkin head.
Yeah.
But if you read through to the very end, Irving actually kind of tells us what happened to him, which says this whole thing about the pumpkin and all of that, Ichabod Crane was just too embarrassed because Katrina Van Tassel turned him down.
There's one more story that's the real legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Huldah the Witch.
Huldah the Witch.
Right.
Who was Huldah the Witch?
Huldah was not Dutch. Maybe she was Bohemian, maybe she was German. She didn't speak the Dutch language very well. She was a single woman living alone, so that makes her a witch, right? She grew herbs. She knew how to use herbs to treat conditions. She wove her own baskets. So even though she wasn't accepted by the people here, if she heard that there was a sick family or a sick child, they might find a basket of medicinal herbs. As calls went out for the militia at various times here during the Revolutionary War when the British were active, Huldah actually tried to volunteer, and they're like, no, you're a woman. So even though there were some women that fought in the Revolutionary War, at one point though, it got to be really bad and they allowed her to fight with the militia here. And she was shot and she was killed. So now they have a dead witch on their hands. And what are you going to do with a dead witch?
What do you
right?
do?
Especially one who was fighting with you
Right.
and helping your cause. They went back to her hut, and as the story goes, a note in her Bible explained that there was a cache of gold coins that she had there, which was really unusual to have gold at that time. And the note said it was for the widows of the men that were killed during the Revolutionary War. So these people who rejected her, even after death, she was caring for them. So the community wanted to give her the opportunity to be buried here, but no one would want to be buried next to a witch. So the compromise was she's buried in an unmarked grave here, but supposedly in the old Dutch church burying ground.
Hey Brad Squad, I am here with Sleepy Hollow Mayor Ken Ray. Ken, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Welcome to Sleepy Hollow.
Are there any kind of unique responsibilities that come with being the mayor of Sleepy Hollow as opposed to any other town?
We have a historical heritage that is certainly part of our responsibilities to make sure that we recognize that and we respect it and that we promote it as well. I love to say that Sleepy Hollow is a river town. It's not a suburb. We were here before the Revolutionary War. We're still here. There's an incredible, rich history in this village.
Do you feel any extra pressure, particularly around Halloween?
No, not pressure. It's fun
Okay.
to do this. It's great because I'll run into people on the street. We have a street fair. We have the wonderful things that the church is doing and Historic Hudson Valley and the other folks. It's really cool to see people from all over the world who come here at this time of year. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. And I think the village enjoys it, the folks that are living here.
How much do you feel like the legend of Sleepy Hollow impacts the Halloween tourism?
It's absolutely critical. I know there's a couple of other Sleepy Hollows around the country, and it's like, nice try. This is Sleepy Hollow. This is what Washington Irving wrote about. This is the Headless Horseman territory. The bridge that Ichabod Crane was chased across. I mean, this is the spot.
Have you had any spooky encounters happen?
Yes. A little weird when you find yourself whipping out your phone and flipping on the flashlight function. It's like, what was that? Now, there's been a few times when there been some strange stuff happen that I can't really explain.
Tell us a little bit about the demographics of Tarrytown and, more importantly, obviously, in this case, Sleepy Hollow.
Interesting that you said Tarrytown because demographics in Sleepy Hollow are really different than Tarrytown.
Okay.
Sleepy Hollow historically has been an immigrant community. And it continues to be an immigrant community. We have about 10,000 people here. More than half the people in Sleepy Hollow speak Spanish. Biggest part of the village is folks from Ecuador and the Dominican Republic. That's more than a third of the village as a whole are from those two countries. So before that, we had a really large Portuguese population. We were a blue-collar town. We were a factory town for 100 plus years. And so it makes sense. People come where other people from their home village, from their country come to the same place because there's a support network. You see that everywhere. And Sleepy Hollow has been like that.
How have Trump's immigration policies and the real tightening of what seems to be, exactly as you said, the scapegoating of immigrants right now, how has that affected Sleepy Hollow?
It has torn apart families. We've had people that have been grabbed by ICE at their jobs and taken away. And then there's this whole punitive side of it that is just, to me, seems just incredibly mean-spirited. It's one thing to grab a parent and put them in jail and incarcerate them over at the county. Then they move them to Texas.
Right.
Just to make it more difficult for the kids, like, when's dad gonna come home? Well, he's 1,500 miles away from here behind bars, so we can't even go see him. As a policy in the village, we don't ask, what's your immigration status? Our police department has been doing that, I guess, forever, because their point of view is like, look, we have to protect everybody in the village. If people are afraid to come and talk to us, then we're not going to know what's going on in the village. We need to be able to have that information, that that contact with folks. So we have tried to do what we can to support folks and families.
What's your immigration story?
My family got here on my mom's side, got here in 1635. We have literally fought in every war this country has ever been in.
Wow.
So, including my nephews in Afghanistan and Iraq. I mean, or police actions, whatever. But that my dad, on the other hand, was first generation. So his family, German speaking. My grandfather was born in Transylvania. For real. I'm not saying that just because this is Sleepy Hollow. And for me, I think it's interesting, but that's kind of about it. It's like knowing where you came from and some of the parts of the story are kind of cool, and it's what I've taught our kids. It's like you should know about it, but it doesn't make you special. You're not entitled to anything just because you happen to be here longer, or at least one part of you was.
Right.
It's some personal history.
Absolutely. All right, Brad Squad. We had an absolutely amazing, slightly spooky, but completely educational time wandering through the old Dutch burial grounds here in Sleepy Hollow. Thank you so much to Shar Weigel, who gave us an amazing tour of the cemetery, and Sleepy Hollow Mayor Ken Ray, who stopped by. We learned that apparently the Headless Horseman came out of a guy who only was afraid of getting rejected by a girl, and turns out he gets a bad rap because we got pretty close and I still have my head. So it's a good day. The sun is about to set, so that's my cue to leave this very spooky town. Thank you so much, Brad Squad. I highly encourage a trip up here. See you next time.
So that's right, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with Brad's head. So that was the legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! It's the horse! The horse! Horsey! It's the Headless Horseman!
Why is he dancing?
Oh,
he's dancing! He's dancing!
It's the Headless! The has no head!
Should I be scared?
You should be scared.
Oh my God! Wait, horse, come back over this way. Perfect. There he is!
It's the Headless Horseman!
It's the Headless Horseman! Oh my God!
Nice horse. Nice horsey.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Nice
that horsey
horsey!
does not
Just
play around.
just the horse is nice. It's just that the horseman has no head. The horseman has no head here. All right. Ay, ay, ay. This was such a ridiculous show. Has anybody ever heard of such a ridiculous show answering immigration questions?
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Let's see what they had to say in comments of the day. Oh my God! It's the ghost of Groundhog Sam. The ghost of Groundhog Sam is here as well.
My goodness!
Oh my God! He scared the hell out of me.
You got us, Groundhog
By the
Sam.
way, do you know anything about these ghosts who are getting engaged to real people? Groundhog Sam ghost.
You know, Brad, I think it's very romantic. I highly approve. I'd be happy to be a groundhog ghost.
Oh my God!
Sam.
The Headless Horseman can't sit still. He's just riding along back there. He's going crazy back there.
He hates groundhogs.
He does not like groundhogs.
Actually,
just be careful, ghost of Sam.
Fun fact.
What?
The Sleepy Hollow Cemetery has a major groundhog problem.
Really? Ghost of Groundhog Sam, are you aware of that?
I am, because I went up there too, but I wouldn't say it would be a problem. It's more of like a blessing.
Oh
You're
my
right, Groundhog
God.
Sam, you're right.
All right, let's hear comments of the day.
All right, Groundhog Sam. The very first one, I think it's meant for you. Lady Leah said, best episode ever!
Yeah!
Woo, woo! I'm like so not distracted. We've got a second one from Wilfredo.
What's going on here?
Wilfredo, who said, holy moly, you guys look nice! Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Especially you, Groundhog Sam. Carol Anderson, the tiger, was a big fan. Brad, she said, you look hot like chicken wings. Like pumpkin spice chicken wings. We've got Fox Racing on YouTube. I had to get real with it.
Yeah, this horse back here.
This is like freaking me out. now. It's so disconcerting. So disconcerting. Who is the horseman?
God.
We'll never know.
Yes.
Oh my God, look at
What is the horseman doing?
Oh my God.
Fox Racing said, Brad, thanks again for devoting your time after your normal daily litigations to help immigrants adjust their status and answering USCIS questions live.
Thank you.
Wow.
Nice.
Even on Halloween.
Even on Halloween, folks.
Yes, even on Halloween.
And then finally,
Yeah.
we have Barbara Lord. And Barbara
Right.
Lord, for those who don't know, is a home health care worker. And she said, I had so much fun that I had to steal one of my patients' pull-ups. That's right. It made you pee yourself.
Oh my God. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. We had a great time today. The horseman had a great time. The dinosaur had a great time. Groundhog Sam, the ghost of Groundhog Sam, had a great time. We have Prince had a great time. Yo-Yo. If you want to see the bulge, you got to go back and watch. And because we didn't get to 500 shares, but he did show it. You just got to go back and watch.
Right.
And Belgium Kim as Carmen Sandiego. Great job. Great job, crew. Great job, team. Look at this great set. What a great crew we have here on Brad Show Live. Happy Halloween to the entire squad. What a fun day. Be safe and make sure you get a treat and not a trick. See you all tomorrow.
So Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it, I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?